Madam
Good
Toastmaster,
afternoon.
and my friends. Sorry, I'm having to use my notes. I just wrote down this morning. But so long, farewell. How many times have we used this, or people have told you? I'm sure everybody has been in those shoes. But can anyone tell me what's the etymology of that phrase? Like, where does it come from?
Sound of music.
Well, that's one. So, interestingly, I've been obviously hearing this a lot over the last couple of weeks as I meet family, friends, and colleagues over dinners and lunches, bidding them goodbye. And I've heard this phrase quite a bit. So, I just thought the last time I get an opportunity to talk at Toastmasters, I'd also try and go on a slight educational journey and see if my fellow Toastmasters knew about this. And now, this curiosity of etymology has actually sprung back in the last 4-5 months thanks to the Toastmasters, which I think I lost back in college years. You know, once I quit like GRE preparation or whatever, that fostered this, but afterwards you just get on with life. But over the last 6 months, as we've been associated with this, and language grammarians come here and educate us, you tend to start thinking about these things. So I try to dig up and see where this phrase came from. And while it seems to be a northern expression that was imported into Britain by soldiers from Malayan-speaking countries, it's a Malayan salutation, salam, which actually comes from Arabic word salam, meaning peace. And so that's one of the roots of it. While the other theory is it comes from the Irish language, which with the word slan, which is actually pronounced as slawn, S-L-A-W-N, and which actually is a short form for slan go foil, meaning goodbye for now. And that's where this term comes. So, I mean, and now it's very popular amongst all the English-speaking countries, and while the origination of it is blurred, but it's sort of good to know where it's coming from. The second one is fairly easy. Farewell means fair and well. Fair comes from the English word faran, means to journey. So just my little educational tip for you guys. But anyways, I really thank everyone for this opportunity to sort of bid farewell to everyone. I would like to thank the Toastmasters Club, Barclays, and Singapore. I think all in all they've provided a plethora of experiences which I hope are preparing me and my wife for this journey that we are about to embark on. Sorry for people who do not know, I'm going to study. So after like almost 6 years of working, and yeah, my wife and I are expecting as well this summer, so it's going to be a pretty exciting summer for us. Right, like April mentioned, this club for me is, in 2 words, has been inspirational and just energy infectious. You know, it just seems yesterday, to be honest, that I attended the first chapter meeting, and I followed up with Deb after that. I had a one-on-one just to see what Toastmasters was all about and how I could be a part of it, right? And boy, I seriously can't believe that it's been months and we're sitting in our 15th chapter meeting here, and the youngest club to have achieved what all we have. And it is really I think a lot of laurels go to the people behind and everyone who's worked towards, and obviously the guests and all the friends who've come forward. And it's a growing family. I mean, we have 2 people, Gyan and I think Hari they said it was their first meeting. So this is how the family's been growing, and we've been meeting so many interesting people, otherwise besides our boring desk jobs. So that's really been very exciting.
Speak for us.
Sorry? No, I'm speaking for myself. That's the reason I'm leaving. So, alright. My contribution to Toastmasters has been fairly insignificant, as if I compare to a lot of flag bearers and stalwarts who've really helped this organization grow. But I can't help but be proud of being associated in this journey so far. So I'm very happy and thankful for that. I think from all the speeches we've heard today as well, and the table topics, everyone would agree we have some really top-notch speakers in our club. Now, while some people have a natural flair, and I think are born orators, what I've really enjoyed is seeing more people evolve through this journey. the first step, like taking the P1, was hard as hell, even for me. Like I took 4 months to cross that bridge and do my P1. So, and until date, it remains my favorite part of the projects, P1, when people take that extra effort, cross that bridge and come here, deliver their P1. That's one. And secondly, and more importantly, because it gives an insight of what they are just beyond their name cards. So that's why. The last points I would like to mention is I've got associated and worked with a lot of EXCO members, through this journey, and there's some special traits and speeches and conversations that are etched in my head. And while I can't possibly note down everything, but I have a few that, when I think of these people, that comes first to my mind. Deb's never say die attitude, which has really, brought this club from where it was to here. Erica, who's not here and moved to London, her leadership and taking the whole team together. Denley again, who's not here, but his diverse talents, they never cease to surprise me. I just heard yesterday from somebody that he also runs a hotel business back in Philippines. So I was like, okay. Vikram, his focus and discipline to actually improve his best every time. And I've seen him practice in the rooms, I've seen him take feedback and everything, and we've all seen how far he's come, and he's only going, further distances. Example of it tomorrow. I'm pretty sure there'll be some laurels coming back. So, April and Kia, for their organizational skills and attention to detail, all the food, logistics that we work out, and there's a lot of work that gets done, and a special mention to how much care they take to make sure all that gets done. Raquel, who's not here, her sincerity, honestly, I'm always amazed by how sincerely she makes sure everything is done, and almost sometimes very innocently as well, so I'll mention that. Marzia's communication, and as April mentioned, her impromptu speaking skills. I think every time she's come here, no matter, right from a P1, she was one of the ones who came not prepared and I think won in the first chapter meeting. So something definitely look up to. Ola's upbeat energy, I think most of us would agree to that. Shirley, who's not here, her patience and her calm demeanor that she carries around with her. And Bonnie, I think the ability to laugh at yourself. I've really seen that, and I really appreciate, and I hope I can imbibe that in myself. Sorry? YOLO. Yeah. Well, that's really it. I think there's a few people who are starving here, so I'm not gonna, make them wait. But while it's time for me to bid goodbye and part with everyone physically, but I do hope that these have been beginnings of some of the friendships that Toastmasters family has fostered, and we can all be in touch with this digitized social family world that we live in today. So on a final note, as Huckleberry Finn said, so long, and thank you for all the fish. Thank you.